sit up, hey. You sit up, hey. You sit up, hey. You sit up, hey.
Don't recommend hammering the end of that. If I was keeping these, I'd have to basically make sure a nut fits back on there. I've replaced these tie rods before, not this one, but my passenger side. And I remember smacking it with a hammer and I couldn't get the nut back on, so I had to order another tie rod. So I think all that's left is removing the, let's see. I think we just gotta remove these two bolts here that hold the steering rack in place and then unhook the steering column.
The cool blue light, like the cool blue light, like the cool blue light.
This is a steering rack from buyautoparts.com. It is not OEM, but it is brand new. So you can see, this is basically what we're gonna be putting in. It's a Z3 steering rack. It'll have the 2.7 turns lock to lock. And I got new E36 tie rods. So let's go ahead and drop this bad boy in and mock everything up. Here is the Z3 steering rack in place on the E30 subframe. This is what everyone's talking about when there's a gap there. Basically the Z3 steering rack leaves about a 1/2 inch, maybe a little bit more of a gap there. So Garagistic, Condor Speed, or yourself can make any spacers, provide that solution to basically tighten those up. We're gonna be working on the steering column next. As you can see, the angle is a lot more aggressive as far as how this Z3 steering column is going to be attached to the E30 chassis. So we're gonna be working on that, and we also have the Garagistic set up for that as well. I went ahead and cleaned the subframe. That way I have a really clean workspace. All right, so what I ended up doing is just getting a Sawzall out with a thin metal blade. It's a bimetal Lennox blade, Milwaukee saw. Basically able to get those apart, and now I'm gonna see about how to get these guys out. I'm sure I'm just gonna grab a hammer and try to pound them out, but we'll see how that goes. Alright, I hammered those straight out. That was fairly easy. Kind of a tighter fit. Basically they go in like this. And I hammered them out this way. So yeah, those are out. These guys I'm going to try to get out as well, but seem a little bit more in there, and I need to take this thing off next in order to kind of pound this out. Alright guys, so I was able to get this part right here out from directly right here by drilling out the top head portions right here and here. And you can see that angle. I can get my drill and drill out the top head. What I did is I just stepped up my drill bit as far as size and went from a smaller one. And then I went to, this one was a 19/64, and then I bumped it up to a, let's see, a 23/64 a bit. That was enough to basically get the heads out of that one. So this now is removed, but I still got to get these ones off of the guibo. These ones, you can see the angle. This part kind of gets in the way for me directly drilling down. So it might just have to be more of an aggressive approach. All right, so we have our parts laid out here, and I will go through what it takes to get this steering column all set up for the Z3 E30 steering rack setup. This has been pretty well documented by like Blake's Garage, and I believe even Durkham might have done it. I'm not sure, but there's other people on YouTube and other documentation showing how to do this, but I thought it'd be kind of cool just to do another video. I have the Garagistic solid steering guibo. So that guy is basically going to go in between here, like so, and you're going to mount that bad boy up. And then this guy is going to have, going to need these spacers. I still have to remove these ones out, so I'll do that in a second. But I'm assuming that this guy, this little spacer with a recess on it, fits into here. We'll need to drill that out a little bit more because for some reason they don't quite fit. And I think I've seen this on Blake's Garage as well. But so we'll get that in there. We'll get that to fit. That'll sit in here like this, with a bolt going right through and a nut on the back side of that. So I'll go ahead and show you. I'm going to drill this out and get this all prepped up, and we'll show you the final product.
Sit down, hey, you sit down, hey, you sit down, hey, you sit down, hey, you.
All right, so here is the steering column, and it's all done. It's all assembled. You guys can see that. So we're gonna see if this fits on the car like is. I heard that we were supposed to be able to, or we're supposed to have to kind of shave these down. I want to see what it looks like, so I'm gonna mock it up first, and then if I need to, I will grind those down.
You sit down, sit down.